little bit.
But it did look questionable as heck.
So as we start the show here.
Knocked out again.
Oh. Are you okay?
Are you alive?
Are you okay, bro?
Perfect start to the show.
Hey, dog, what the heck is going on? Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to show and love. As always, JC, are you awake now? You sure?
Yeah, you wasn't alive a few minutes ago.
Oh God, we almost lost one.
Oh man,
the start of the show is just JC knocked out,
dead man walking.
Oh boy,
what is happening?
Hey, bro, listen. Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to show and love. As always, we do have the squad in the building. Yeah. As always, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, the sleepy Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. Of course, Mr. Drew Better, if you knew better, man, formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan the Don. A lot to get into on today's episode as, listen, the Chicago Bears put in an interesting trade conversation, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Listen, I've been the big, I make sure if you're moving on from somebody, with DJ Moore and all of that, right? Make sure that it's the perfect deal for you. Don't sit there and just give them up because you feel like, oh, it's time to move on from them. We're done with them, yada, yada, yada. This might be the perfect deal. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's a good deal to me.
This might be the perfect deal. We got to talk about that. And is it worth it for you to kick the can down the road where the Chicago Bears are right now? We'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do, boys. Everybody good? JC, are you okay?
Are you alive over there?
Yeah, baby. Full of energy here. Now let's get it.
Y'all good down there? Ringo, how you feeling, brother?
Hey, man, I'm good. Michigan is number one in the AP.
Okay.
Roll the credits on this guy.
I don't have the credits.
Credits on this guy.
I gotta add the credits.
It doesn't matter what the credits are.
It doesn't matter what the credits say. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It is hilarious that Michigan gets number one. Which is perfect because I just can't wait to take down number one next week. You know what I mean? Like, if we're being honest, we know Illinois is about to win this game.
Whatever you say, bro.
Illinois got a real good squad.
I mean, let's hope Stojakovic shows up.
Okay. Well, that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to show and love. Let's get into the show, man, because I thought this was a very interesting conversation to start things off. As Bill Barnwell dropped this morning, the conversation around moving on from DJ Moore, but getting back the pass rusher that we need. We have all said this. I believe we have all said this. Are we not all in on if you can find a way to get an elite pass rusher, you're okay with moving on from almost whatever it costs, right? We said for Myles Garrett, I would go big. For Maxx Crosby, right? This is almost a perfect situation. And when ESPN dropped this, I really was willing to have this conversation because of the level of player you're giving back and the little that you're actually giving up. Now, this offers the Raiders an opportunity to get an elite wide receiver. It offers the Raiders the opportunity to get another first-round pick this year.
Yes.
But the Chicago Bears would get back Maxx Crosby.
And a second round.
And a 5th-round pick is what Bill Barnwell put out there.
5th round.
A 5th-round pick. But you're getting Maxx Crosby. The money would work out to the point where you're kind of just swapping DJ's money for Max's money, and you're able to, you'd have to finagle a couple of things. Realistically speaking, you are living in this world that you guys were excited about of moving on from Tremaine Edmonds. So there is that conversation to be had as well that automatically saves you $15 million if you cut Tremaine Edmonds. Now you're adding Maxx Crosby to the roster. No Tremaine, but JC was talking about how confident he was in the possibility of just going out and drafting a linebacker to fit into that role. When you hear a trade like this, is this something that you would want to see the Chicago Bears be into? JC, we'll start with you.
It's enticing. I mean, you talked about what it would take to get to two big guys that we talked about in Max and Miles. If this is the route that we have to go to get Max, I'm all in. We talked about being all in. That's what it takes is just giving up one first and a receiver who I guess essentially you would have had to restructure his contract to try and move money around, and now you're trading him. Like, for me, I think that's a win-win for both teams. You're getting your pass rusher, who is lead across the board, is a game changer, game wrecker, and Maxx Crosby, still in his prime. You're giving up this year's first, right?
Yes.
You will be giving up this year's first, yes.
Okay, so I mean, then you just got to do due diligence in the draft going forward.
Hold on. They saying JC Mike is sounding crazy. Give me a test. You know what? This is the one thing we didn't do, I guess.
Turned out the boss Mike is still asleep. Am I good, guys?
Can y'all hear JC now? Garbled is a watch. Well done. But where's the word of the day when you need Joel on that? Garbled there.
Auto-tune.
Oh, you looking like
JC Mike on a little T-Pain right now?
Yeah, I say a little T-Painish.
Can y'all hear him now? It is in. Give me a test 1, 2. That might have been crazy. That might have been crazy.
Whoa.
Give me a test 1, 2 on that, JC.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Y'all got him?
We good, everybody? Everybody said no. JC Mike still asleep. I guess get everybody else's opinion when you work on that.
Yeah, let's try and figure that out. Drew, what you got?
Well, I would say my whole thing was never, I didn't want to handcuff ourselves on the long term to sign anybody, whether it be Max or Trey, or even when we talked about in the last show, Miles, traded more than one number one pick for him. But if we can just trade DJ, which was not used as much as the last year as he was in his previous years, then I say that is a good quality trade for us to make, because it doesn't handcuff us long term. We still restructuring like we did last week on a few of the players that we want to stick around and those that we potentially could replace at a cheaper rate. As far as cutting Tremaine and saving $15 million for us to spend $5 million on a replacement linebacker. And so that definitely frees up money. And then I would say that the only issue is Max has been hurt on and off for the last couple years. So that's why his asking price has went down. So I'm a 2-year deal and still being able to sign Caleb after those 2 years to the hefty contract that we anticipate. I think it's a good move to make.
Yeah, for me, I like the move, especially with what they're giving up, because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of I'm including the thought process of Tom Brady in it, where we already know that the Raiders are gonna go Fernando Mendoza number 1. How do I speed up his process and make his process a little bit easier? Like them getting DJ Moore will work out. As much as I like Tremaine and I would want him to stay, like Max is just different. So this absolutely automatically puts the Bears in that upper echelon of, okay, now we're very serious, instead of, okay, maybe next year we might be able to creep in there and have a team on notice, to like, now we should absolutely be considered as one of those contenders, and the money works. And I will say, when Max says he's ready to go, I mean, he's absolutely already played through injury before. So, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's a win-win for both teams. I can't really be mad.
I'm sorry. JC, you want to give us a test 1, 2 and see if it's working a little better?
1, 2, are we good? We good?
Good, everybody know my name. I'm big, salty, and brown. If you need to pick me up, just pop my.
Give us a year in the chat if I'm good. I'm good.
I think that might have been it. Maybe I had you a little bit too low. Give us a year in the chat if you can hear JC now.
Okay.
I think we might be getting into the right direction here, JC. But listen, the bottom line for me with going out and getting Maxx Crosby, and we'll see if we can get JC's mic going there is I'll end up throwing it back to the guys. Bottom line with me with getting Maxx Crosby is if you're talking about it being this cheap, that's tough.
Hater.
If you're talking about it being this cheap of a price, right? If you're talking about it being, it's awful, nerd. Said nerd. He got feedback. Jesus. Hold on. This is the part that I don't know what's going on.
How's everybody doing out there? Hopefully I can sound normal.
Apparently it's not even picking you up. I guess I would say I'm not seeing it. Okay. Let me do this and then I might actually
You can swing that around. Go ahead.
yeah. Listen,
I don't like how you putting your mic in my face there.
Hey man, gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble is hilarious.
Gobble gobble is nuts. That was wild. That was absolutely insane. Sound like JC's coming through Pat's mic. He sounds like he's picking up on Pat's mics now. Okay, we'll get it fixed in a second.
Okay, well, I guess my former take, current take, is that no, I agree. I think this is a very good move. Like you said, you're not killing yourself for the future, but you're also setting yourself up for a very, very good window for the now. Like Drew said, if you trade DJ and you're this year's first, like I would have thought that wouldn't have got you anywhere with the type of trade value that they said you would need to get for Maxx Crosby or a Myles Garrett. So if this is the most that they want, man, here you go. I would package DJ Moore in a nice little present package and oh, is that's what it is?
Keep it going.
Then I would definitely be happy with this pick. Be happy with this trade. Because again, it makes us better for the present. And then also we can still work on making the team better going forward through the draft. It doesn't kill our future for the prospects for next year. Because I heard next year's draft is also really good on defense as well. So.
All right, let's see.
And I think we've got this figured out here as things have gotten moved around.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Hold on.
Crispy?
To put it on the right type of mic here.
Oh, Grady's back with the jokes, JC.
Grady had plenty of jokes. He said that my shoes and camo was off.
Give it a 1-2 there.
For the Trump administration, is that right, Grady? 1-2. Check 1-2. One.
I think we're good now. We'll get this figured out. Listen, it's still the beginning. We're getting some technical difficulties worked out, but we are moving in the right direction. So appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Here's my thing with it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, realistically speaking, if you can find a way to add this level of pass rusher to your team and it only costs you 1 first-round pick and a player in DJ Moore that I think is phenomenal.
Oh, he's great. He's
phenomenal.
Great. He's great,
but is replaceable.
I think in Ben Johnson,
he is replaceable. We can admit that, right?
I think
you can find another DJ Moore moving forward.
But you know what?
But I think it's just because of Ben Johnson's offense. I think that is only what you can explain that, because in any other offense he will be back to that 1,300 yards. But for Ben Johnson spreads the wealth all around. Everybody's in the game plan where they have the ability to catch, but they're not might be the focal point for that particular week. So thus his drop in, in passes, and because I think he only had 84 targets and 50 caught passes for like 700 yards.
Yeah.
So I think it's just Ben Johnson. So yeah, you can get that in a cheaper price. You don't need to be the number one right now. Because, like I said, because of how Ben Johnson runs his offense.
Again, and I agree with you in that. But realistically speaking, right, we saw Luther Burden do what we love DJ Moore for this year.
Yeah.
We've seen guys embody that direction of, hey, we need you to go out there and you need to be the lead blocker on this play. we need you to go out there and we need you to be the elite level or elite caliber, if you will, not only receiver, but also the everything guy out here. We need you to be the blocker. We need you to be the leader. We need you to be, right? All of these different things that I think that DJ Moore embodies. We can see that in different players. And that is a conversation as well. You know, when you talk about this coaching staff, are you able to develop not only great players, great leaders? Yeah. Are you able to develop those pieces that you look at and say, you know, bottom line, he turned into one of our biggest leaders of the season. He turned into one of our, I think we saw that with Caleb this year, right? And I don't think it's crazy to say Caleb Williams this year not only became a better quarterback, he became one of the biggest leaders of what this team was looking to do. And so 100%. I think that is a great conversation to have if you are DJ Moore, or if you are, or I should say, if you are the Bears right now, where you saw what you did with Caleb, can you do that with some of the other young pieces on this staff?
Can I ask you a question though? Because you just brought up a huge point that if you're restructuring some contracts and letting DJ go, who on the Bears wide receiver are going to be the leader in that locker room? Because you need a leader in each position group. You need someone that can you know, make sure everybody's on point, make sure everybody's in place. DJ did that a lot with Luther last year. Like, hey, yo, you need to be in this area. You need to be here. You're not in the right spot. Can now Rome, being only a third-year player, make that step? Or do you
third year is usually the year that receivers make that step. The third year is usually now. Some of the elites of the elites, right, have gone from being really dominant young receivers to, oh, this is the best receiver in football history that we're looking at here, right? I think you could say that about, you know, as great as what's my man's in, because I was thinking Justin Jefferson, but I instantly went to Jamar Chase, right? As great as Jamar Chase was, year 3 was the year of Triple Crown.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Year 3 was the year where you went, yo, we hit a whole different level that we didn't expect. So you have to do that. I'm not saying that it's easy to do that. I'm not saying it's easy to move on from DJ Moore. And I think that's the part that a lot of people, you know, in the conversation where they just go, yeah, you trade DJ, you get rid of him. You don't know if somebody's going to step up in that way. And the example I used on the Chicago Bears podcast today was, remember how everyone thought, and I would say, based on, you know, my feelings on the running back position, how everyone thought it was going to be so easy to move on from Thomas Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Except the locker room didn't think that it was easy to move on from Thomas Jones. The locker room didn't think that it was just a shoe-in to get rid of this guy and F this guy. We don't need him anymore. The locker room was looking around, and I know this because I work with some of the people that have been in the locker room, and they were like, you really trying to replace this dude who's been an everything guy for you, who's been all out for you, who's been all about the culture for you? How can you move on from that guy? So I think it's not an easy conversation to just say, move on from DJ and call it one. But what's realistic? Mm-hmm. My favorite player on this team is Jaquan Brisker.
He's going to be tough.
He's not coming back.
I don't think he's coming back. Yeah, he's not coming back.
You're priced out of Jaquan Brisker. Yeah. He's not coming back. So if that's the conversation that you're having right now, where you're moving on from pieces that we know Dennis Allen loves, that we know DA is like, I can put him anywhere on the field and he's going to be able to make something happen. I can send him off a corner blitz. I can say, if you're going to move on from pieces like that, welcome to the world that I've been preparing Bears fans for, where I've said your favorite Chicago Bear is not going to be your favorite Chicago Bear anymore.
That's 100% true.
DJ Moore is a favorite Chicago Bear. We got a super chat in the building. Shout out Owen Spencer. Said Rome is vanilla, replace Jade Walker. Replaced with Jade Walker. DJ is a much better player. Rome isn't a leader. Rome isn't a dog. DJ is send Rome to Vegas, worth a one. First off, no wide receiver in this NFL unless he's a top 3 wide receiver, and football is worth a one. That was a crazy take.
You might get a 3. You might get a 3.
I don't even think you get a. You talk about a 4th round pick for Rome Dunes.
No, you get a 3.
That's crazy.
I think you get a 3.
But I mean, I will say though, like to that point, everybody's saying like, like if you get rid of him, I am in favor of Rome stepping up because you saw the strides
Well,
that
he has to step up. You took him top 10.
I mean, yeah, you saw the strides that Caleb made throughout the season of. Okay, now I'm comfortable kind of with what Ben Johnson's doing. Now I can kind of start using my voice because now my play is finally backing up. What I'm doing on the field is finally, coming to fruition. So now I can kind of start using my voice to show these guys like, hey, I got you guys' backs. Yeah. So I feel like now that's what Rome should be able to do, especially because you gonna have Luther Burden in that locker room. I mean, even the tight ends for that matter. Even if you want to bring them into it,
conversation, you got some great conversation.
You still got Cole Kmet if you want to. So they definitely got some guys that can, again, like Ben Johnson says, we're gonna put it on the players to hold these guys accountable. So yeah, it's no reason why he shouldn't be able to step up.
I don't think that if you lose DJ that's gonna somehow kill the leadership or the momentum of leadership being an issue. Again, I agree with you guys. I think when he challenged, I really want to say when he challenged Caleb, because I think we all know who he was technically talking about when he said he won. You're looking at the quarterback to kind of.
Well, he pretty clearly challenged DJ. Yeah. He said he literally told. Hey, remember beginning of training camp? He was like, was it training camp? Or was he when he got hired? He said you have to have. I don't believe in not having the right facial expression on the sideline. Yeah. He called DJ out.
I think that's when he got. I think that's when he got hired.
He did that. He to me he said what he needed to do to motivate DJ, and he, as we saw this year, he didn't have a quarter of the facial expressions, body language that made us think that DJ didn't want to be here. Not this past season, but the previous season.
It was some of it.
It wasn't the frequency. I didn't see the frequency.
I continue to say this. It's his face. Like, listen, you can only do so much to change your life. You know what I mean? Like, I know when people look at me, I don't look approachable.
It did.
And really, I'm not.
Is that right?
You don't say. You don't say.
Is that true?
No, but
I feel like there's a couple of FU guys coming you guys' way.
No, honestly, I don't think it happened as much this last year as it did the previous year. So yeah, he got that RBF face, but I don't think we saw it as much. Like, he was out there, not always number one in the game plan, but he still was out there blocking. He was still out there being a leader, putting people in their position. So if he was to leave, it would definitely be thoroughly missed. But as you said, I do think we have the coaching staff that can make some of the younger players be examples of leadership. But you can't go wrong with bringing in a Maxx Crosby if he's healthy.
And then too, like, again, I think this, as a team, you're going to find those players who are going to turn or step up into leaders. And then again, you all mentioned Cole Kmet. I think even wide receivers and tight ends, you can kind of bunch that group in together.
Yeah.
I feel like, Cole Kmet is obviously going to be a veteran leader that's going to speak up. You'll have a year more of, like you mentioned, Rome. I think maybe even Colston might have a voice. I look at Colston as someone who might be underrated when it comes to his ability to lead. He just seems like someone who kind of exudes that as well with his play on the field. And so I think over time, you're going to start seeing people step up because that's what the coaching staff is encouraging already. And so if one person leaves, then it's like, okay, well, now we got this next man up mentality. So I wouldn't really worry about that if DJ leaves with this team.
Shout out to Sean. He said, I think we can all agree that we still have a hole at left tackle. There's a fixation on DJ only to Vegas. I think DJ to Buffalo along with a fourth for Deion Dawkins is a smart move for us until we can draft one. I wouldn't move on from DJ. I wouldn't move on from DJ for Deion Dawkins personally, because I know that it can net you the defensive lineman. I do agree with you that left tackle is a conversation that has to be had. I think it's a conversation you probably have via the draft and or free agency. But you brought back Theo Benedette, and I get it in the playoff game, right? Like, that wasn't the answer that you were looking for, but you're probably living in a world where Theo Benedette is your starting left tackle next season.
I'm fine with
and sometimes when you're a winning team, You gotta piecemeal it together for a little while.
I think for left tackle, we're going to get a little scrap heap, someone serviceable for a year or two on someone cap casualty. I don't think we're going to invest draft picks in a left tackle because we have our left tackle of the future in Ozzy. I don't think we worry about that. The defense was more of a glaring problem than the left tackle because, like I said, the left tackle is going to come back at some point. And even though it's not any great left tackles in free agency, there's one or two that we can service to get halfway through the year. And we look what we did with Ozzy in the second round. So even if we do get some draft capital, we might spend a third round on somebody like that. I don't think we make DJ in a trade for a left tackle. I think we do third. If we're going to trade DJ, I think it's beneficial only specifically for the defense.
I mean, I think the DJ trade to Vegas is the one because again, like I said, it works out for both teams. Tom Brady, like, I need y'all to understand, Tom Brady ain't trying to own the Raiders just to own the Raiders. Like, he's trying to build something over there. So that's gonna start with Fernando Mendoza. I'm trying to like accelerate this. I need to go get him.
They need a wide receiver.
I need to go get him another wideout. And again, you still got Bowers, you still got Michael Mayer, you got Ashton Genty. They're trying to put something together there. So the fact that you're now going to try to bring in Maxx Crosby for that, it works out for both teams. I understand like what the left tackle position means, but like you guys said, with what Ozzy already produced, is that really something that you want to go out and put all your chips in for? Like I understand what Deion Dawkins does, but Deion Dawkins, Maxx Crosby. Like, let's be real.
And listen, it's the conversation that your great offensive coordinator had about him. I remember asking Ben Johnson after the game and just being like, what'd you see out of Max? And he was like, he was more of a game record than I thought he was. Mm-hmm. Just honest.
Up close and personal, you get a better
Maxx
picture of what he is.
Name somebody else on that defensive line.
Couldn't.
I mean, I do just because I know.
We know it, right? Yeah. But no, I'm saying
impactful.
This is the thing. We know the names,
but they're impactful.
Name someone else on that defensive line that you were worried about going into that game, and you left that game worried about.
Not even that.
Nobody else.
It was only Maxx Crosby that was impactful. But going back to the original point that I've failed to mention earlier, Las Vegas's wide receivers that they drafted last year, both of them combined was 470 something yards. So they don't even have the draft wide receivers that they drafted are not even close to what DJ could bring to that offense, along with Brock Bowers already, and then you have him potentially drafting Fernando. And then you have a decent line that they have. It's not the greatest line, but it's a decent line because Gino didn't get sacked a whole lot, but Gino just threw a couple errant passes.
Gino was trash.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
We can just say that. Gino was trash. Gino was cheap. It's okay.
Gino was booty cheeks. Hey, I'm not trying to take down another brother.
Gino was prime. I was about to get wild. Hold on. Run it back. Continue on your point.
So my point is saying is that the wide receivers they drafted are not even close to what DJ could bring to that offense. So it would be more beneficial to trade DJ as a trading partner to Las Vegas than it is to do, say, Buffalo. Because Buffalo is looking into old boy from Philly.
Yeah.
We got a couple super chats though.
We'll get to him. Let's say the deal's on the table. Let's say, right, you're in a position right now where you can get this deal done. DJ Moore, Maxx Crosby right now. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Where the team is at right now, absolutely.
That's
yes.
bottom line.
He's a top 5.
That's essentially your number one pick,
right? He's a top 5.
It is your number one pick.
Yeah, but for me, he's the top 5 defensive end in the league because you got no, he's not because you got I
don't know if I'd say 3. I would go
Max?
Not Max because you still got TJ that's still up and around that 3, and you got Micah.
I would probably go. I mean, Miles is 1.
Parsons is 2.
He doesn't. Parsons is 2. Getting to the quarterback, but as far as an entire game, I think Max is better at affecting the game if he doesn't get to the quarterback.
If you told me TJ can't get to the quarterback, he's not impacting any other part of the
Yes, he
game.
does. He still makes the
Miles-
run.
Pass deflections.
Miles, Micah.
That's the way Max did.
TJ has interceptions.
Yeah, TJ pretty good, bro.
Not in coverage.
Yes,
I think Max is better in
No,
coverage.
but you got to look at it. Max has never been higher than 4th in defensive player of the year. TJ has.
That's
No, but
It's not-
that
it's
is
not.
that's
based
no,
off
no,
sacks.
that's Jordan rule. That's
That's based
Jordan
off
rule.
sacks.
No, that's Jordan rule. Let's be real. That's Jordan rule, right? There were no other shooting guards making the All-Star game back in the day.
No, TJ was higher in the defensive player of the year.
No, I agree with you, but I'm saying like it's Myles Garrett. There are years when Max and Trey and TJ compete, but it's Myles Garrett.
Yeah, okay.
You're living in a world with Michael Jordan of football on the defensive end. And literally the only time that they don't give him DPOY is basically just like, well,
Aaron Donald.
You're fighting for second.
Aaron Donald is in that conversation. And
Oh boy, the sack guy from no, the guy got 20 something.
17 and a half.
No, before
Robert Quinn?
No, before
Robert Quinn had 20 sacks.
No.
Don't you besmirch the Quinn name.
No, oh boy, he was in there.
Bosa?
Yeah, Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa won it when he had that big sack year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Big sack guy.
Yeah, big sack guy. Love the big sack. But as far as the Bears needs,
What did you say?
you gotta love the big sack guy. Gotta love the big. I'm a big sack guy.
I think he did it.
I'm a big sack guy. It is. Hey, that's what we need for the Bears. We need a guy to get the sacks because now you push. Oh yeah, I'm saying it on purpose. So now you push.
We got to make sure we get the flags from the old studio.
you
That's
push
your
Sweat.
job the next time you come, because that was crazy.
Hey, don't make don't. But you got to. But it's like we just no. All jokes aside, it brings Sweat on a single.
Yeah.
It puts everybody in perspective. If you get Max, because you got Max, you put Dio, you put Shamar, you put what's the other guy? The other middle guy we got Jared Javon Dexter, all rotating in the middle, and then you got Sweat on the other side, and then you bring Austin Booker in on special
On third down.
pass rushing on third downs. Now you have a great defensive line.
I know
where
it's a
our-
nasty name,
Where our
but Dio on the interior is not bad.
man,
You
And
Not on the interior. He was fine. On the exterior, he was
great.
bad.
Yeah.
But on the interior, he was real. But he was fine.
He was
Yeah.
good on the interior.
I think
he
that,
was good on the
Because I
interior,
got
bro.
Dominique Robinson for cheaper that does really good on the interior.
Dominique Robinson, a free agent. You bringing him back?
$1 million?
He's not gonna. He don't want more than $1 million.
I got you a
But
million.
you put
I got you $1 million.
Dio on the inside, but dude, that transforms our defensive line so much.
But you know what though? I always thought that Sweat, because before the Bears traded for him, like that Washington D line, him, Jonathan Allen, that like they had some guys. I always thought that he would have been. Like his numbers would go up, or he would have been better next to you know, somebody that kind of took the pressure off of him.
What's his name in Josh? They had the Josh Sweat.
Josh
They had Josh Sweat in Washington.
Yeah.
Josh Sweat in
Like,
Washington, and that's when Montez had his best years, is when he had somebody that can
he got to have somebody opposite.
But you had that interior pressure too.
Yeah.
because you had the
You know
old boy
what I mean?
Payne.
You had that.
You had
Yeah,
Payne.
because Jonathan,
You had
that's what it was.
Deron
Deron Payne and I think it was Jonathan Allen. Yeah.
But then if you bring Max in, you replicating that here.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I never thought he was like by himself, just like that, that guy, that dude. He was always good next to somebody.
It's an exciting conversation to have, just because you're literally not giving up goo gobs of your future to get a guy that's impact.
Goo gobs.
Goo gobs.
We're not giving up no
Big goo gob
for giggly glands.
right now. So that's my biggest thing, is you're getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And if Las Vegas is saying that they're on board with this trade, Ryan Poles, what are we waiting on?
Oh, that's right. Shout out to Baki. They had Chase Young, not Josh Sweat. It was Chase Young.
I thought they had both.
Yeah,
thought they had both.
No, because it was before.
Chase Young got drafted to Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they had both. Both of them was there when he was there, because Chase Young had left by then, and then they had Josh Swift because Josh Swift was there. Josh Swift was there.
Josh
and
Swift.
he went to Philly. He went to Philly.
Baki is right because it was
who's the other guy they had?
it was Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, and Deron Payne, and then Sweat.
Yeah, I don't remember Josh Sweat being a part of it.
Montez Sweat was on the other end.
Okay, I thought they had another guy. I thought it was the other Sweat, but it was it was Chase.
Montez.
Okay,
but listen, let's ask this too because I think this is a valid question. And hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Apparently, this is a theme now. My daughter just comes down during the show.
I thought they had both Sweats, but I could be mistaken though. Hello,
what you got to say? What are your thoughts on the Bears? You don't have no thoughts on the Bears? She say bear now. There you go.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do think you have to have a conversation on when it comes to where the Chicago Bears are at right now and their their ability to do things this offseason is what we talked about. Of course, when we were doing the mock off season, right? A lot of restructures in there, a lot of kicking the can down the road. It's easy to say, just restructure them. There's a lot of names that we dislike that in a restructure, you're now keeping till 27, 28, 29, and you're essentially saying we're willing to move the money down the road. Here's the conversation that I would ask Breeze Nation, that I would ask you boys. Is that the world that you would rather live in than this trade pieces away to go get it? You get to keep a DJ Moore. You're restructuring contracts. You keep Jalen Johnson. You're keeping Montez Sweat. You're keeping Grady. Who all did we restructure? Grady Jarrett. We did. No, we didn't do Grady Jarrett. We did Dio. We did
Edmonds.
No, we didn't do Edmonds.
No, we did DJ. We didn't do Edmonds. We left Edmonds on the roster. We did Cole Kmet. So all of these pieces that are fine names.
Yeah.
But would you be willing to live in that world for a name that became available now in Bradley Chubb today? You're kicking the can down the road. You got to pay Caleb. There's a number that's going to come due at some point. But you could possibly get Bradley Chubb, who had 8.5 sacks last year, was a pressure demon throughout the season on a bad defensive line, but you can keep all of the names on this roster.
I'm concerned because Miami had a chance to trade him and they didn't. So what do they know that we don't know? And what is his asking price?
I don't know if this is they know something that we don't know. They literally are in cap hell.
Trying to,
but they're
literally to a point where if they didn't shed money, they wouldn't be able to add pieces at all.
They had a chance to get draft capital, and they said no, we're keeping him last year because they traded.
Well, they thought they were going to be competitive this year, don't they?
No. When they did at the trading deadline, they traded their other guy on the defensive line, and
Julian Phillips.
Yeah, they traded him, but
they knew they were shedding money.
Okay.
They literally are in they built a team that they thought was going to go win a championship. And it didn't.
You're right.
The Bradley Chubb conversation does come with injury concerns. The Bradley, you had the ACL that cost them 2024. There was a couple of things that he was nicked up with in Denver. Nothing long lasting, but a couple of injuries that he was nicked up with there. Would that be a conversation?
Bro, he was a beast in Denver.
Would that be a conversation that he was a dog in Denver? What do we mean?
Beast in Denver.
What do we mean?
He was a beast in Denver.
That was the best football we've seen from him. We being honest, he was a dog in Denver.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking about.
He was at 95.
You remembering that like you remember Cole albums. That's
KLD is better than that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. JC be like, this album really wasn't my favorite. Then you play it for him. He's like, what a vibe. What a phenomenal album this guy.
What's his album?
Phenomenal
album. I love an album.
What do you think his asking price would be?
Probably around his money. Like probably around the contract that what a top pass rusher is getting paid. Because here's the thing, he brings the pressure.
So 1 or 2 year deal though.
How old is Bradley? Well, because of the injury.
Old.
Because of the injury, maybe you are.
I think he's 33.
No, I don't think he's that old.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that old.
Yeah,
is Bradley Chubb that old?
Yeah, because he spent 4 years.
Bro, I don't think Bradley Chubb is that old, bro.
And 2 in Miami. That's 6.
He's 29 years old, bro. You gave him 5 years. He said he's 46.
Hey, he's
and
100.
he dies
He's
tomorrow.
108. He's 108. No,
48.
I thought he spent 6. I thought he spent 4 years. I thought he spent 4 to 5 years in Denver.
Hey, bro, they come out of college at 22.
Oh, you're right, man. My math ain't mathing today. That's okay.
No, I want
29 ain't those.
You said 8.5 sacks last year?
8.5
Great
sacks
pressure
last year.
percentages.
Phenomenal pressure.
Well,
when
that's
I'm
what
talking
we
about
need.
pressure, I'm talking about this guy brings that pressure.
Okay, well, I was fine with getting a Khalil Mack version of this just to kind of like mentor the younger guys. If we get a Bradley Chubb that's 29 years old, kind of still in his prime,
Yeah.
he's not that far off from what the production of what Montez Sweat was supposed to be. So, yes.
But the conversation that you're having in this situation is you're keeping pieces longer and you're kicking the can down the road.
Why do you say that?
The only
Because
thing,
that's how restructures work.
No. I'm talking about
your dead money.
No. My question was, let me clarify that. Why do you say that? Because of the contract we would have to give like Nick Chubb? Is that what you're saying, or
Bradley Chubb?
just Bradley Chubb? Or
Nick Chubb's the running back.
Yeah.
But I did used to do that.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean, though. So you're saying that because we have to do that?
No, you're kicking. For you to create the money, right? You're cutting Tremaine.
Countryman,
That's still happening.
or restructuring, one of the two.
More than likely a cut, because the restructure you don't save any money on.
I would like a cut.
The restructure you don't save any money on, right? So more than likely you're cutting Tremaine Edmonds. You are restructuring a bunch of deals to try and get to the money that makes sense for him. You're probably living in that because he's coming off an injury. Let's say he gets a discount. So what's Max coming in at 30?
Max is coming in at 30 some a year. It was Max was two.
Let's look up. Let's look up Max's contract.
It was
just
2 years and 56 or 2 years and 60.
Yeah, I just don't remember it offhand.
Because Vegas has to eat 9 million of it. So I think
somebody in the chat. What is?
I think it's 2 years and 60.
We got a great chat here. Chat. What's Maxx Crosby's contract?
But it's,
but bottom line is
some of it.
I would say you're going cheaper there. You're going cheaper than a Maxx Crosby, right? So let's say you're living in the 20 to 25 range. You still have to create that money moving forward. So how do we do that? We said, let's restructure Dio. That kicks Dio's can down the road. You get cheaper here going into next season. You are now at a spot where you are taking more of that cap hit going into next season. Let's say you restructure DJ Moore going into next season and beyond. You're taking more of a cap hit because you're saving money now to take more of a cap hit later, but you can sign more pieces for the right now. So if you're going after a Bradley Chubb, shout out Douglas Key, he said 3 for 106 with $91 million guaranteed. So if you're going after a Bradley Chubb, you're coming in under that. You're coming in under essentially, what is that, 32 million?
It's 30.
$30 million, something like that.
It's 30 because
if you average it out 32, but whatever it is, right?
Because Vegas has to pay, I think, 9 of it.
Sure.
On their dead cap.
You're coming in under that, but you're kicking the can down the road on some players that you feel like maybe were poor contracts that you want to add to now.
But it works out too because the cap is going to go up. So you're kicking the can down as the cap goes up. So you're able to offshoot some of that money that's being kicked down for the next 2-3 years because the cap goes up. So it's kind of like a wash, in my opinion. So I would say yes.
If you don't resign, yeah. If you don't resign, then yeah. If you don't restructure a contract, if you do nothing else with it, then yes, you are living in a world where financially you can go stupid based on the potential of what the TV money is, because the TV money isn't a guarantee. Mm-hmm. The TV money comes in a range so until that year happens.
I think I'm under the impression that we're getting, in this scenario, we're getting Maxx Crosby and Bradley Chubb.
No. That's not what I was saying at all.
You're getting greedy.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, JC, you get a little bit there.
That was actually crazy.
Real talk.
There's not a realm or world where we can have
that would be
No.
phenomenal.
The
That would be
world,
phenomenal,
world
bro.
where you can have that, and,
Whoa, that
and
would be
boys, listen,
phenomenal.
we can live in
Man, that would be
how
phenomenal, bro.
fantasy you want to get here, because
Man,
I
that would be
love
phenomenal,
for
bro.
fantasy
Let's say-
purposes. Are we talking as a fantasy owner?
Hey, we need that little ding 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 in the skies. It's like, oh man, that would
I
be
got
great.
speakers coming. Don't worry, we're gonna have a lot more coming to the studio, so this won't be issues moving forward. Shout out to Joe. In a world.
In a world.
So here's the world where we can live in that, right? You trade Montez for what are you saying for Maxx Crosby? You want Max and Bradley?
Montez, yes. Montez
So you trade Montez for Max.
Oh, Montez for Max.
You cut. No, it's still probably same picks. It's probably more picks, honestly, because Montez is not as good of a player as DJ, in my opinion. You trade Montez for Max. You cut Tremaine Edmonds.
Right. I'm doing that.
You restructure. You're restructuring Dio. You're restructuring Cole. You're restructuring DJ.
Yes.
And then you have the money for Bradley Chubb, where now you're kicking the can down the road on one player for sure that you don't want.
I'm kicking that can. That can is kicked.
That means you going all in.
It does make Dio interior is not as bad as people think.
With the Max and a Bradley Chubb exterior.
But this
What is that? Looking at the camera.
That's a meat.
Oh boy! Look at the eyes on this guy.
But you gotta worry about injury though. You gotta worry about injury though, because Nick Chubb and
Bradley.
I keep saying Nick. Yeah. Jeez.
That running back.
Jeez. No, I'm not joking.
This guy loves a running back. That means a big running back guy.
No, I'm talking about real talk. Bradley and Max are both injury risks. So I would not sign both. I would do one or the other. Because the potential of injury is just way too much.
Wait, Bradley's good though. Did he
No.
season without an injury, right?
Yeah, you've only had one injury.
You had two.
With Bradley.
You had two. He was nicked up last year.
No, he played 17 games.
Ain't we tripping on Max though? Because we keep saying like he's like super hurt.
I ain't tripping on that.
Who said Max was hurt?
He's not super hurt. I didn't say super. He's been injury. He has some injuries.
Here's my thing, right? A cleanup is a surgery. So when people sit there and be like, he's had XYZ of surgeries, a cleanup is a surgery.
Yeah.
You know how many days left the door.
Hey, buddy.
We got a bear in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
We got a bear.
Let's call the bear down right
What's
there.
up, man?
Don't hit none of these chords, brother. Don't you hit none of
No,
these chords.
he's like in my spot. He's going to his spot. He's going to his spot.
Where's he going?
He's going to his spot.
Hey, Coda, find yourself a spot. Let's go. All right, lay down. Go.
Yeah, he's like, find my spot.
And he's down. He's a little bear. You got to give him some time. You
Bear
gotta give him some
down.
time.
Coda down.
When people talk about surgery, a cleanup is a surgery. How many cleanups? At the end?
Oh, just about every year.
How many cleanups do you think?
Every year.
Yeah, it's going.
Brandon Marshall
You break
constantly
up some
had that hip
debridement.
surgery every year where he
Yeah.
cleaned it up.
You break up some
Particles.
debridement. You're not in this world where
Bone fragments.
you're not in this world where you're talking about this guy is broken or he's done or like I think when people say look at the surgeries that are listed, they're not really seeing. Yes, it is called a knee surgery. It's a knee scope. You're going in there and you're getting some stuff cleaned up and you're fine. So I'm not concerned about Myles Garrett. By the way, when they said he's got a torn meniscus, he was doing turnaround jumpers on his basketball court.
Yeah, because Max played. He missed 5 games last year,
And 4 of them were because the Oakland Raiders
told him to
literally
stop
went,
playing.
go home.
yeah, and he only missed 2 this year. But
Is
like
my
I
mic
said,
good?
he has been
Check.
he
Y'all
has
got me?
been,
Test.
He has been nicked up a little bit, but he's been playing through some stuff. But I'm not saying he hurt, but you do have to worry about the injury.
I think here's the conversation you have to have with a player like Maxx Crosby and a player like Bradley Chubb. Let's have a conversation with both of them.
Oh, yeah,
because we're talking about,
Okay.
let's start here. What's better? Would you rather live in the world of restructure, or would you rather live in the world of we take the kick in the teeth now, but you have so much more cap space moving forward because Dio's off the books, Grady's off of the books. Maybe you can still go trade for Maxx Crosby in a scenario if you want to go big or go home. Like, I'm not saying you don't fix things, but like, you're now living in a world where where money wise, you are fine after this season. Or let's go down the path that JC got all tingly and excited about.
That's impossible.
Don't you do that?
Impossible.
It's not impossible.
No, that's a very possible world.
It's
if you
doable.
cut Tremaine
It's
Edmonds and you
doable.
trade DJ Moore, you're in that world.
I thought we had to cut Tremaine, trade DJ
To go
and
get
then-
Maxx?
and then trade Montez
To go get Maxx?
to clear enough money to get Maxx
And Bradley.
To clear enough money to get Maxx and Bradley, the world that you're living in is you're trading Montez Sweat. So pass rush for pass rusher might change the draft capital that you're doing. So you get Maxx Crosby in because what is Montez, 20? Montez is around 20. You'd have to clear some money. No. You'd have to clear some money. So Tremaine is still cut.
Yes.
So you bring in Maxx. You're restructuring a bunch of dudes that you know you don't want for the next 5 years. But you can get Bradley Chubb this offseason, opening up that money.
I mean, I think my thing.
I don't know if that's the world I want to live in.
I don't want to. No, I don't.
So let me ask y'all this. Do we trust the Bears to draft right? Because if we doing this, the most recent case in point, the Rams. The Rams.
Hold on.
We talked about that.
But this is the conversation. It's not the most recent case in point. Name me another case in point. Name me another team that worked for.
We went through that. It was only one. It was only
the Rams.
It was only the Rams,
and they did that for the quarterback
last 20
position.
years. Last 20 years, it was only the Rams. Everybody else, because Green Bay did it, they lost. I think somebody else did it. Somebody for Jalen Ramsey, they lost. Pittsburgh did it one more year, they lost. The only one where it worked, where they won the Super Bowl, was the Rams. That is status quo.
Yeah, but I feel like the issue is those teams gave up their future to go all in. This is kind of a bizarre world scenario where you can have the best of both worlds, in my opinion, if you do it right.
I mean, did they give up their future though?
Syracuse 95-59.
Oh yeah,
Was this not a close game with a half?
Hey, and it's disrespectful because they just put Cayenne in like 6 minutes ago.
I don't like that. Cayenne.
Oh, what's the beef with Cayenne? We not messing with Cayenne.
The new
I'm saying what's Syracuse beef with Cayenne?
The new coach ain't fooling with him. I think.
He was playing a lot in the beginning, but then now all of a sudden he got playing time.
We got the TVs in front of us, so I just looked up at the actual score. Right, I thought he was gonna cash it out. Either way, go ahead.
But my whole point is, you want to make sure that you're not hindering your future. And I think with the deal like this, you can again get the best of both worlds. So you are getting your edge rusher that you want, and also the supreme edge rusher and Maxx Crosby. Like you said, if you do go the route of letting go of Montez Sweat and a first round pick for this year only. If it's only infecting us this year, then Maxx Crosby is technically your number one.
But you also can
Maxx Crosby is your number one.
You can handcuff yourself in more than one way. You can handcuff yourself with draft picks, but you can also handcuff yourself with money wise. It's a lot of teams that be over the cap, and they continuously having to have cap casualties of quality players just because they couldn't afford it. We don't want the Bears in that position because we have been devoid of talent for so many years for us to now all of a sudden have to cut quality players because we don't have money. So for me, I don't want to. I will only want to kick the can to a certain extent where it's not handcuffing me long term. It's only impacting to a certain extent. But that's just me living in the perfect world.
To be the savant that he is in managing that. That's where I trust the front office and Kevin Warren and all those guys that make the decisions on how to manage that money and restructuring to, if they got to kick it down the road a little bit, not all the way.
That's what I say. What's your
kicking
But
the can.
because
Caleb has to get
how
his big
many
contract.
That's 2 years.
how many
Oh, 2
years?
years.
Because I was going to say, how many down years did the Rams have after they won that Super Bowl?
I thought one and they
They had a
missed
6 and 10 year, and realistically, they had that down year because
And look at
Aaron Donald decided to
Kansas
retire.
City. Kansas City's
And
doing the same thing.
But they had another 6 and 10 year too.
no, Kansas City's not doing the same thing. Kansas City got gifted the same thing. Kansas City was trying to make the playoffs this year, was trying to go win a Super Bowl this year, was trying to do it one last time for Travis Kelce. It didn't work.
That's true.
And so they missed the playoffs. So now they have a top 16 pick. That's a gift. That was not the expectation.
And if they get that dude Love from Notre Dame,
calm down.
Will be a problem.
Gee,
You know he not gonna fall that far.
They said
Well, Jeremiah
they said,
Love.
Right?
16, yeah.
Yeah, they, no,
16.
they said that he's potentially gonna move
Now
and
you
fall
could
down
but
to
see,
them.
no, but see, here's the thing. Here's why for me, Jeremiah Love don't do it. Andy Reid don't run the football.
Yes, he
But-
And never has.
he has.
Andy Reid
When they had Kareem Hunt,
No.
when they had
Didn't run the
Kareem Hunt,
football.
they ran with Kareem Hunt.
No.
They did not run with Kareem
I have to
Hunt.
disagree.
To tell the truth, Andy
It's
Andy
not like
Reid-
Johnson's office where it's based off of the run first.
But they ran.
theology.
They
but
ran.
Yes,
That
they,
boy,
they
hey,
did run.
Kareem Hunt had over 1,000 yards. You got to run the ball and have over 1,000
They're
yards.
more pass catchers than anything in the backfield. That's what it is.
Let's take a gander.
Kareem Hunt, when he was with Kansas City, had plenty of
Reed
running
was a
backs.
dog. When he
Let's
was
take a
first- the first
gander.
year he
He's
was
only
there,
30 years old. That's crazy.
The first year he was in Kansas, they killed.
Kareem
His first
Hunt.
year. His first year,
His
killed.
first year, he had 272 attempts. That's a lot of running the football. I will say that. But he had
181 ain't that
he
bad.
had 1,300 yards. This is also before. No, this is the same year Pat Mahomes was drafted. Pat Mahomes didn't play.
Oh, yes, he did.
2017, Pat Mahomes
No,
did
he
not play
didn't.
his rookie
He
year.
played-
Alex Smith
No,
was
no,
the quarterback.
He played the last game of the
Swear to God,
season.
I saw them both.
He played the last game of the
He
season.
played the last game of the season. Patrick Mahomes did not play his rookie year.
I can't say that.
The next year, when I know it for a fact.
No, because Alex, they
his
had,
rookie year,
they had
he went to
everything
he
sold
went to
up.
the AFC title game with Alex Smith as the quarterback. His second year, Pat Mahomes starts playing. Look at them carries. Pat Mahomes also had a 5,000-yard season.
They also utilized their running backs in the pass game, so I think that's also
181, 824.
They had to double because they had a couple speed guys. If you want to go to Kansas City's running attack, if you go to Kansas City's stats, they did run the ball. They had 1,000-yard rushers in totality because they had another guy.
They had a 1,000-yard rusher when Alex Smith was the quarterback, and then
but I'm talking about after
when
that,
Pat
that next year
Mahomes
too.
got in,
No, that next year too.
he had 824.
But no, they had another guy that had enough yardages where they combined were closer to what Kareem did his single year.
Let's see, Kansas City 2018.
Who we talking about?
Where's the roster? I don't know who he talking about.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Yes.
No.
He was later.
never
No, he
had.
was later.
Not on that
He was
team at
later.
the time.
No, he was later. But they had another
Here's
guy.
the running backs: Anthony Sherman, Daryl Williams,
Kendrick West.
Shakandrick West had
sounds
-1
familiar.
yards.
That sounds familiar.
Well, he had -1 yards.
Okay, is there any other running backs above there?
Hold on, is this that's his rushing yards, and then Kareem Hunt
Damian Williams.
That's
Damian
it.
Williams
I told you.
had
they,
256
Right,
Right, I told
rushing
you they had
yards.
another. They combined for
Ware.
they combined for the
Yeah.
1,000 yards. That's what I'm
Those
talking
were
about.
the
They
backups.
run the ball
You're
for
right.
1,000 yards.
Those were back.
Sure.
Good averages.
181 carries, 51-50, and Pat Mahomes ran it 60 times.
Yeah, I mean,
So my point is they run the ball.
60 times is crazy.
My point was they run the ball and they run 200 times. Are they run first? No, but they still run the ball for 200 yards. Put Jeremiah Love over there. That's my point. That's going to be vicious.
Maybe, but I don't think Andy runs the football. Hey, we got a couple of super chats to get to. Papa Duda said, first, keep building a stable quarterback friendly offense and focus on Caleb Williams' efficiency and growth, accuracy, timing, fewer wasted snaps. Yeah, listen, I'm here for that. Second, the defense has to get scarier, especially the pass rush. He needs edge pressure in the offseason, even after recent spending that didn't pay off. I would agree with that as well, although I do think the pressure up the middle is more valuable than the edge pressure. Brandon Green with the super chat, he said, if we get Maxx, who does he replace? Is it Montez and Maxx, or is it Maxx and Book? That's if we trade DJ. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you trade DJ, it's Maxx and Book. But here's bottom line for me.
Maxx, Book, Dio in the middle.
But I'm not mad at Book though.
But third down Book coming in.
Yeah, but here's the bottom line for me with all of it.
Let's take a pause on that. Maxx, Montez, and Book all on third down.
Crazy.
Third down at 8 to 10.
Well, that's if you put them all in on third down.
You got to.
That would be nice.
That's what you're supposed to.
How are you putting all three of them in? All three of them rush off the edge.
I'm slatting Maxx to the middle and putting Book on the edge. I'm putting Book on the edge.
She's just throwing names out there. No, they're playing
bad.
He's just like 400
right now.
Maxx on the guard.
He done edited the player, switched the position.
You put Book out wide.
His overall went down. He was at a 95. Now he at a 90.
Maxx weighs more than Book, so you gonna put Book in the middle? No, you gonna put Maxx in the middle.
You're putting your nose tackle or guard in the middle. Shamar Turner should be on the field.
No, you got 4 players.
Dio and Dangbo should be on the field.
You got 4. I'm about 4 on the line.
Yeah, I'm not putting Maxx in the middle.
So you do that one
unless it's an obvious weakness. Like if you got freaking the interior version of Will Campbell in there. If you got Coleman Shelton in that mug, then yeah, I'm throwing Maxx in the middle. But that's a different conversation.
No, you putting him on the guard. You're not putting him on the center. You putting him on the guard.
I put Maxx in linebacker before I put him in the middle, and then have him rush in with the other.
But they all gonna be standing up. They all gonna be standing up.
Hank B said, "Drew, chill."
No, they honestly all gonna be standing up. It's only gonna be 2. It's only gonna be 2 with their hands in the dirt. Everybody up is gonna be on the line standing up, rushing the passer. So yeah, you can literally have 3 pass rushers on third down.
End the game scenario? Is this a Hail Mary situation?
I'm saying when you going 0 blitz, you gonna bring in 3 pass rushers on 3rd and 12, 3rd and how many times do we give up 3rd and 15s?
I don't want them to gain another yard.
How many times do we give up all these pass rushes? Well, you needed 3.
He is coming like not Coach Boone. What was the other one? Coach Yost. Yost! Did you take my boy out of this game? Yost!
Don't worry about my offense. You coach that defense.
Hey, you coach the offense, I coach defense. We all going downhill.
Hey,
I want 5 pass rushes. I don't want no.
He called it like Yost. He said, Pee Wee, you're playing both ways. I don't want them to gain another yard.
Hey, yes, sir.
You're gonna blitz all night. You make sure they remember the day that they played the Titans.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is hilarious. That man said, I want everybody coming in.
It is. We go from 0 pass rush. I want everybody passing. I want everybody rushing now.
Hey, what kind of DBs you got? Maxx Crosby. That's what we got at DB. That's how we throw it out there.
You said right now. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You said all the time that if we have a pass rush, we don't care who's in the defensive backfield. So I want 3 pass rushes because you won't give me the DBs. So yes, that's why I'm dying on the hill because you're not giving me the DBs. You're not giving me the DBs. I'm gonna have all pass rushes.
This man Drew is hilarious. This man Drew is hilarious.
Mike Holly said you're trying to ruin my boy Maxx.
Everybody rushes the passer.
Everybody from all positions.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe. I don't even know if we answered the final question. Would you rather go restructure and have the possibility, I guess, if you're going crazy here, JC's losing his mind, of Chubb and Chubbly is crazy. Chubb and Chubbly's nuts. Oh, what a D line! What kind of D you bringing? I'm bringing Maxx Chubb.
It's not a back take, Lord Crimson. I want everybody rushing the passer.
Chubb. Would you rather have the situation where like JC is all meaty for of Maxx Crosby and you can restructure a bunch of deals and go out there and add another pass rusher, be it Bradley Chubb or whoever it is, or would you have the situation where you trade DJ Moore and possibly go out there and add just a Maxx Crosby and you try to move forward?
I'm all in. I'm all in. That's all I'm gonna say. All in for Maxx Chubb.
I'm all in to a certain extent. I don't want to hand crip.
You can't be all in to a certain extent.
It is because I don't want to be handcuffed financially.
Or you all out?
No, I'm not because I don't.
You can't.
It is. I get it.
You ain't never gave her. Never mind.
Right. You almost got it. You almost put yourself out there. No, I'm going into a certain extent. I'm going into where I'm not being handcuffed more than 2 years on draft picks or more than a year on finances, because each of those I've seen it happen with the Jay Cutler trade. I've seen it happen with the Khalil Mack trade, where we weren't able to, build out the roster because of us having lack of draft picks and money. So that's why I say I am tentatively on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do the DJ Moore trade for Maxx. Cause I don't want them to do the.
You still got Montez in this situation too, by the way.
He had 10 sacks last year.
But like I said before, I truly believe Montez was never gonna be like a number one guy by itself. I think if you put Maxx next to him, then you'll be able to see you'll be able to see his full ability. This defense isn't finished by a long shot. So if you put Maxx in there with Montez, I think we still got the best to come of Montez, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see what anybody what the move is. Brandon Green with the anybody think Hendrickson can be the guy?
Joe does.
You could go out there.
Joe does.
Realistically speaking, you could go out there and
we know.
If you traded a bunch of pieces away, or I should say, if you trade DJ and or Montez and you restructured a bunch of pieces. You could also go get a Trey Hendrickson in that conversation if you're talking about money.
Not his
you
money.
would do it for Bradley Chubb, who has died 1 year, but not for Trey Hendrickson, who is 17 and a half.
I'm doing it for the duo.
I don't buy it.
I know. Hey, one minute, I got to shout out my boy Carl at the auto show. I told him I was going to give him a shout out on Monday's show. My boy Carl, good looking out. He says he loves Pat. He loves the Breeze crew.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Carl.
Man, that's nice.
Shout out Carl, man. Appreciate Carl for tapping into the show as always,
Carl?
man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. If I'm being honest, I would make the trade for DJ, and I would move on about my life.
I would.
You got
I focus on the second round.
You got Maxx. You got Montez.
I would ask for a third round though, not the fifth. I want a third.
You're asking for a lot.
Yeah, you're probably not getting it.
You still dealing with Tom Brady. You stop being greedy. You stop being greedy.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show of Love. As always, hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC. Of course, Mr. Drew Better. If you knew better, you do better. Say who better?
Nobody, bro.
Nobody, bro. The man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan the Don. This is your boy, Pat the Designer. Back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love.
Well,
Peace.
When we get all this money from the show,
we gonna visit. Hey, we do a show from Japan. I do a show from Japan.
Oh, bro, we doing a Japan trip? I'm down for a little Japan trip. I love me a little Japan trip.
Get us an Airbnb, set up the studio setting.
Yeah, I love a Japan trip. Oh, konnichiwa. Indeed. Kanban.